This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing in the super bantamweight division. Presenting in the blue corner, wearing black trunks with gold trim, and entering this contest at a ready 121 1/2 pounds. He has a record of 17 wins, 2 losses, 4 draws, 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome from Austin, Texas, Armando Guerrero. Fighting out of the red corner, entering the ring wearing gold trunks. He weighed in at a ready 123 pounds and has an unblemished professional record of 16 wins, no losses. 13 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, ranked number 2 super bantamweight contender by the WBO. Please welcome Joan Little Tyson Guzman.
Okay, you received the pre-fight instruction, recibiste las instrucciones. Protect yourself at all time, protégete todo el tiempo. Good luck, buena suerte, ¿ah?
Taylor tape, Steve.
Very little to choose from, seemingly, in the numbers. Look at the weights, though. Guzman a little bigger. There was controversy at the weigh-in. We'll deal more with that and explain a little bit later.
And nothing different about the rules. 10-point must, 3 judges, no 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8, can't be saved by the bell. Only the referee can stop the fight, and the referee, Rafael Ramos, is ready to begin. Big thing, Steve, Joan Guzman, as we look at him in gold. New trainer, Hector Roca. He's been within 4 months, and they say you're going to see a new fighter here.
And in his previous effort on Showbox, he did start like a little Tyson, very fast. Let's see if seems like he wants to do it again here.
Guerrero getting beaten back into the corner there as Guzman flicks the jab and tries to hit the power lanes, doubling the hook there. One thing about Guerrero, slow starter, Steve, he better be alert against this guy, and he better be punching if he's inside. Guerrero digs to the body again. Guerrero comes back there, firing the body. Guzman making the play there with a double hook, and then the right cross to the head. Guzman unleashing everything here. Guerrero firing back as they trade, stand and trade.
Guerrero right now a little bit overwhelmed. He's being backed up. And those are pretty vicious. They're wide left hooks to the body, but they're vicious left hooks by Little Tyson.
That was the first shot that Guerrero had avoided. Finally moving his head to get away from a blast. Ramos, the referee, warning Guzman to keep the shots above the belt. Early stages of this fight, halfway through round 1, Guerrero sails wide with his hook.
Guerrero's belly button is not showing, which means his trunks are a little high. That's going to make it a judgment call. There's another low punch by Guzman. It's going to make it a judgment call by the referee as to which shots are low, and there are going to be a lot of body punches in this fight.
Guzman was low again there as they stand again and blast away in the middle of the ring here. It's an 18-foot ring.
Don't hold it, don't hold it. No,
Steve, I see a Guzman who is different in the sense that I think he looks more relaxed. I thought he was expending a lot of needless energy on the card the 29th. They had a million excuses. He had the flu, his head butted. But he looks much composed, and he's not wasting anything.
Well, what I want to see, can he keep this attack up? Because he slowed up big time the first time he was on with us after a couple of rounds of doing this. Can he maintain and keep the pressure on, or will he drop back into boxing mode?
Now he's dropping back. Guerrero trying to take the play here, but he's got to work behind his jab. And it's Guzman up on his toes now, firing the jab. last 15 seconds of this round. Guzman is looking pretty here. Off the ropes, a combination, and then a right counter that hits just before the bell. And that round in the bank for Joan Guzman.
¿Viste el poder de él? ¿Viste el poder de él? Cógeme el aire. Ahora no vamos a esperarlo tanto para meterle el gancho ese abajo con la derecha arriba, Armando. Le metiste un buen gancho que lo lastimaste. ¿Oíste? Síguele metiendo la mano abajo de los dos lados. Cuídate bien de todas maneras con ese gancho arriba.
Keep hitting them down
Vamos,
below.
baby. You gotta take care of yourself a little bit on the inside.
Take care of
You're too
yourself.
open on the inside. You're too open. You're not bobbing
Be
and
careful on
weaving.
the
You're gonna have
inside.
to bob and weave a little more so you can get away from the wall shots coming at you. El agua.
Take some water.
Coge aire. Dóblame ese gancho, ¿oíste?
Breathe,
Dóblame
breathe.
ese gancho. No te desesperes, no vayas para no coger una vez.
Gracias.
Viste bien, hazlo pasar y toca. ¿Oíste?
Just boxing.
Está bien.
Guerrero's corner. He is managed and trained by Raul Adams, telling Guerrero, test that body. They told us yesterday they would, Steve.
He tried a little bit in the first round. There just wasn't as much on his punches to the body as there were on Guzman's shots.
Guzman snaps the jab there twice. Good head movement. And Roca said he's worked on him not having to run around the ring as much and use that head movement and be there in position to punch, which he did just there, eluding shots and coming up banging.
Hector Roca trained Arturo Gatti for many years. He explained to us, and it makes sense, he wants little Tyson to box more in a professional style.
Guzman and goal looking very composed here, making every punch and movement count.
And I made reference to a weight problem at the weigh-in. Guzman looks a little angry. He says he's going to take it out on Guerrero. That Guerrero's camp made Guzman lose 1.5 pounds after the initial weigh-in. One fighter was training to make a certain weight. In the case of Guzman, 125. Guerrero was training to make 122. There was a discrepancy about the contract, if the contract even existed. So when Guzman weighed in 125.5, he had to come down. Ended up 123. He still is the much bigger fighter.
And a thing to remember as we see Guzman flashing hand speed there right across the land. He's fought as a 126-pound featherweight and also as a 130-pound junior lightweight. So to me, he's naturally the stronger guy. Do you agree?
Stronger guy and the harder puncher.
Another thing that Roca says they've worked on, getting more shoulder behind his shots. This is all Guzman so far. Guerrero is dead game, but he is a target at this point. And if you're inside, he's got to be throwing shots and keeping the hands busy.
And Guzman can win this fight on the outside just counterpunching if he chooses to. He's quick enough and he's a good enough counterpuncher.
Your key again, can he keep up the pace if they have to go 10? He's been impressive so far. Inside a minute to go in round 2 of his junior featherweight fight. Armando Guerrero's in black. He was raised by his grandparents who are in their 90s now, live in Mexico, and who are watching him. Steve, Guerrero's corner, and Guerrero told us they're going to take 2 rounds to figure this guy out. Do you think they've figured anything out at this point?
Well, they've seen 2 different Guzmans. In the first round, Guzman was attacking, making the fight. In the second round, he's boxing a little more, keeping distance and counterpunching. So Guerrero has to readjust.
Guerrero trading right now as they come to the close of round 2. There's Guzman, the combination after the bell. Our interpreter is David Modez.
No, pero antes se acaba de empezar el asalto, goza. ¿Tú entiendes?
All right, keep it up.
Hey, esos ganchos abajo, para abajo, 3, 4 asaltos se queda. Tú no lo vas a tomar con un solo gancho. Tienes que seguir trabajando con esos ganchitos ahí. ¿Tú entiendes? Ahí.
You got to keep hitting. Don't get anxious.
Ok. Sigue usando con esos ganchitos abajo.
Keep going, working down the body. Keep low.
El jab,
Keep your jab. Keep your jab and work